And today we have Healthy Emmie doing exactly what she does every single day with the Healthy Emmie Starter Kit. Back to you, Emmie. Thanks, Emmie. It's me, Emmie, right where you left me, doing exactly what I always do. I'm nothing if not consistent. Woo! Another day, another dollar. Another year older, another year of potatoes. By the way, hey, I'm Healthy Emmie. I'm a nutritionist, a weight loss specialist, and the creator of the Slim on Starch program. If you want to work with me, as well as a mindset coach and a nutrition coach in the Slim on Starch program, click the link in the down bar. I am here with my beautiful Hawaiians, my Hawaiian sweet potatoes. And I know we all want the shot. We all want the shot. Give it to me, Emmie. Give it to me. Okay. Nobody asked for this, and here it is. What more can you ask for, right? Put these in the Instant Pot yesterday for about 14 to 15 minutes. They were thicker, so they needed a little bit longer. Sometimes I have them with cinnamon, sometimes I have them with greens. This is my first meal of the day, so I do like to have greens in the morning. Greens contain thylakoids, which help shut off the hunger signal and curb cravings for the rest of the day. So I'm gonna do them with greens. I have 4 sizable ones here. I probably will eat all of them. And as always, my vitamin B12 supplement. This is my morning ritual. I always have my tea. I have my vitamin B12 supplement. If you are on a plant-based diet, you must supplement. And even if you're not on a plant-based diet, about half of Americans are low in B12. And B12 is essential for metabolism regulation, energy regulation, and neurological function. So keep your brain healthy. You are dealing with fatigue, memory loss, brain fog, slow metabolism. Honey, get yourself a clean B12. Link is in the down bar every day. So I'm turning 29. By the time you're watching this, I'm 29 and fine. February 19th is my B-day. How am I almost 30? That's insane. If you are 29 plus or just any age, and you're having this experience with every passing birthday, Smash Mouth really meant it when they said the years stop coming and they do not stop coming. And so much has happened. I can't believe I'm 29. Let me catch you up to speed here with a little timeline. So when I was 23, I was a math teacher in Boston teaching algebra and geometry. I was standing outside in the snow one day on morning car duty, and I said, yeah, this isn't gonna fly. This ain't the life for me. Decided to move to Australia. I was single, I was 23. What I wanted to do was pursue my YouTube career. And I was like, let me go to the other side of the planet and do it. So I moved to Australia, really went after it. And within 2 to 3 months, about 2 months of launching the Slim on Starch program, I left teaching. I moved back home to Boston and I pursued this Healthy Emmie full time. At 24, I was 24 by the time I got back from Australia. And a couple months after I got back, I met my significant other. We started dating, and I went from being a team of 1 to a team of 30 in a few short months. So within the course of 1 year, I went from being a teacher to being a CEO with a team of 30. That was a huge change very quickly. 24, all right, 25, so now we're at 25, built a house at 25 and moved into it, loved it, thrived, my minimalist white aesthetic era. Continued with the Slim on Starch program, 26, then COVID hit, so 26, 27, you lose all those years. 28, I moved in, sold my house, moved in with my boyfriend in the city of Boston, and now I'm at 29. So it has been nose to the grindstone, building this business, being a businesswoman, serving my clients, really from 23 to here I am at 29. And that's why I'm like, how am I 29? My co-host has joined. So from 23 to 29, it has been nose to the grindstone. I'm doing this. The Healthy Emmie is becoming my life. So here I am at 29, and you might say, this is great. You've built this business. You should be proud. And I am very proud of what I've achieved, but I'm nowhere near where I want to be. The expansion of Healthy Emmie from being this Starch program just solely focused on weight loss into what I'm super, super passionate about, which is wellness and lifestyle content, and expanding my brand into that. There's a huge gap between where I am and where I want to be. And I look at that with such excitement and determination, and I've decided that I will be successful with this brand expansion, and there is no other option here except for success. I will be successful, and that is that. This is something I know my clients struggle with, is when they first meet me, they say, I don't think that I can do this. And whether you believe you can or you believe you can't, you are right. And I've decided that my expansion from the Starch program just being weight loss into Healthy Emmie being a wellness lifestyle brand, I will be successful, and that's that. I am going to make this happen. Gassing myself up. And so far, I've really been enjoying the journey, and it has not all been sunshine and roses by any means. With business owning and entrepreneurship, it's unbelievably difficult, but I am choosing the difficult and I'm choosing the discomfort because I'm so passionate about this. And you get to choose your discomfort. I could still be standing outside with the snow falling on me on recess duty saying I absolutely hate this, or I could choose the discomfort that comes with entrepreneurship and being a business owner. And I'm choosing this discomfort because I know that I was made to be a content creator. I refuse to get to the end of my life and feel regret that I didn't go for this. And I have built something that I'm so proud of over these past 6 years. And this is just the beginning of where I want my life to go. And I'm in the driver's seat. I'm going to make this happen. There's no other option here. Hi, sir. I hope this doesn't sound like I'm so in love with myself. I'm so whatever. That's not at all why I put this out here. I put this out because I want this to inspire you and have you apply it to whatever area of your world you are looking to grow in, that we absolutely can do this. It is happening. We are deciding that it's happening, and that's that. Something about Steve Jobs was he could not comprehend when somebody said that something couldn't be done. He couldn't understand what they meant by that. What do you mean that that can't be done? And that's the mentality that I'm taking to this. I could speak so much about this because I don't often talk about being a business owner and entrepreneurship. Okay, I've spoken way too much. Let's eat these potatoes. Also with my starter pack, and now it's cold because I've been talking so much, is my chamomile tea. Let's continue with the day. So it's been a bit of time since I had my potatoes, and I have gotten a hunger cue, which means it is time for me to eat again. So I don't eat based on what the clock says. I eat when the hunger comes. You know, our body has this incredible ability to tell us when it needs more fuel, and it's our responsibility to honor that. So let's do it. I'm using the Caraway nonstick pans. Absolutely love these. And I'm going to add on some red onion. This is over the highest heat. And I'm going to add in some water just to prevent this from sticking. You want to make sure that you're not steaming anything. If you add too much water, you end up steaming it, which I want to avoid. So it's not sticking, so there's no need to add any water. I'm only going to add water once I see that it's, this will burn without it. I'm going to add in some mushrooms as well. I'm going to put the lid over this just to get this to heat up a little bit more quickly. All right, so for this meal, I am taking the French bread from Neshoba Brook Bakery. This is local to Boston, and I do get it from Whole Foods, but you can use any great bread. You can make one of the breads from my cookbooks, like my Healthy Snacks cookbook. There's a bread in there, or you can find a bread locally that doesn't have any oil added. I'm putting smashed avocado on top, some sliced tomato, the water sauteed mushrooms and onions, and I have plenty left over for the side. And then some beautiful fresh strawberries. So here I have my meal. How satisfying this will be. The sun is shining on it, and of course I'm going to take some photos with my vitamin B12 because it just looks so beautiful here. With my blue lights on, because I have been nose to the grindstone on the computer, I'm about to launch Healthy Snacks. I love this cookbook. There's a lot of odes to my childhood in it and the snacks that I used to eat when I was a kid. This is part of my expansion of Healthy Emmie into a more holistic, larger lifestyle wellness brand, not just focused on weight loss, is I'm gonna put out a new recipe book probably every month this year of 2023. That's my plan, and I'll definitely be able to do it. I did Healthy Families in January, Healthy Snacks in February, and I'm thinking, actually I'm not gonna spoil what I'm thinking I'm gonna do for March, but I'm very much open to suggestions for future cookbooks. Ones that are on my list, so I'll just give you some teasers of ones that I'm thinking of. Healthy gut, healthy kids, healthy lunches, healthy breakfasts. There was a big ask for healthy traveler. Healthy hormones is another one that I have on the list. So leave a comment with healthy crowd pleasers, healthy parties, healthy apps, healthy Mexican, healthy Italian, healthy Indian. It's limitless what the repertoire is going to be. So I've just put out my 10th recipe book, which is Healthy Snacks. There's so many good ones on here, guys. Kettle corn, peanut butter cups, apple nachos, potato chips, kale chips, all oil-free, pretzels, crackers, hummus, puddings, yogurts, cheese and crackers. I went into the Healthy Hunnies Facebook group and I asked, what are your go-to snacks that you wish there was a whole food plant-based replacement for? And there was a lot of cheese and crackers, chips, a lot of those hand-to-mouth foods, pretzels, so get your copy. So in a couple days, my boyfriend and I and another couple are going out to dinner. We're gonna get Indian food, and I am going to use from the Slim on Starch program the restaurant call script so that I can call them and make sure that they can do oil-free vegan. It is the middle of the week right now and they just opened. So I'm gonna call now because it is a good time to call. I don't wanna call, what you don't want to do, if you want to make sure that you can get oil-free vegan, what you never want to do is just plop down on a Friday night and say, can you do oil-free vegan? They'll say, what? So I do my research to find places that are known to be able to accommodate to dietary restrictions, searching on Yelp and Google and Happy Cow, find those restaurants, and then I'm going to make the call using the restaurant call script and see what they can do for me. Hi, I'm good. How are you? Good. Are you guys busy right now? I have a few questions and I'm wondering if now is an okay time for me to ask, or I can call back if you guys are busy right now. Awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, bye. Okay, so she is gonna talk to the chef. She took some notes down and then she's gonna call me back and let me know what the consensus is. Fingers crossed. I think it'll be fine. We are gonna go get Indian food, my absolute favorite. At the very least, they can usually do a dal without oil, but I was like, can you do this, just to give a bunch of options, and we'll see what they can do oil-free. And I specified no ghee, no butter. I know that restaurants can be very stimulating places for many people that have a difficult relationship with food, and I bring this up. By the way, I'm dressed under this. I work with people that have difficult relationships with food, and I know that a lot of people that watch this video have relationships with food that they want to learn to improve. And even if you don't, even if you have a great relationship with food, the tips that I'm about to share are beneficial. So, restaurants can be very stimulating places. There's music playing, there's a lot going on, and In those scenarios, you can become very overstimulated and lose sight of what your values and your philosophy is around food. You know, in the Slim on Starch program, we have you establish what we call your food philosophy, which is what is the relationship with food that I want to have. And when you're at a restaurant and there's smells and there's music and there's people and there's just a lot going on, you can be stimulated, and those morals and values that you have around food can kind of just float off into the distance because you are just so overwhelmed by everything that's happening, and you don't want to, you kind of want to fly under the radar. I know that's the case with a lot of my clients, is they say, I don't want to make a big deal, the fact that I'm eating differently from everybody. And so I can understand how at restaurants, people fall back into patterns that they've worked very hard to eradicate when they are eating at home by themselves. So let me give you some tips that I use at restaurants so that when I go out, I can make sure that I'm still acting in alignment with my food philosophy and what food represents to me in my world and how I use food to fuel me. As you know, or you might not know, I meditate before each meal. And when you're at a restaurant, that can be difficult to do. So before going to the restaurant, I am going to meditate here to get myself into rest and digest and feel grounded and centered and calm. But something that you can do when you're actually at the restaurant is when you get there and you sit down and everything, I always will go to the bathroom because I like to wash my hands before we actually eat. But when you're there in the bathroom, using that time while you're washing your hands to feel the warmth on your hands, smell the soap, look in the mirror and reconnect with yourself. Don't look in the mirror and look to try to find what's wrong with you. Look in the mirror and be on your own team here and reconnect with yourself and say, we got this. We're going to enjoy the time here with our friends in the social gathering, and we're going to use food to fuel us. Affirmations are also very powerful here. So if you're a client of mine, I may have written affirmations for you. That's something that I often do for my clients, is write affirmations for them based on whatever they're currently struggling with or areas where they need more support. So to write down affirmations and to take them with you to the restaurant, write them on your phone if you have to, although writing, putting pen to paper is a lot more, you're activating a different part of the brain. But to remind yourself of your body's innate ability to eat just as much food as it needs to, no more, no less. You are designed. By design, you have the ability to regulate your food intake when you're eating the foods that support your health and what your body truly needs as fuel. Not as easy when you are eating foods that aren't as that are a little bit overstimulating. But writing down, if you're a client of mine, writing down those affirmations and bringing them with you to the restaurant, going to the bathroom, and you might not be able to repeat them out loud to yourself because you're in a public place, but at the very least, to read them and remind yourself of your body's ability to regulate your food intake. While you're at the restaurant, you can also use grounding mechanisms. If you find that you're becoming overstimulated, like looking at the objects and naming the objects and what color they are, naming different things that you can see. It's the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So naming 5 things you can see, 4 things you can hear, 3 things you can smell, 2 things you can taste, 1 thing you can touch, but you can switch up the senses. I have a million more grounding mechanisms that you can use, but I think that shall suffice. So I hope that you found that helpful. Black tank top skirt. And then I have this cute little shrug. And we're getting Indian too, so this is perfect because heat up getting Indian. Slick my hair behind my ears. All right. We are leaving right now. So I'm going to meditate, and we'll see you there.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.
Hello.
Going to the south end. Thank you. Yeah.
Thanks, bub. So we went to Mela in the South End, and they were so sweet and accommodating. My boyfriend and the people that we were with started out with some veggie samosas, which of course, those are not Slim on Starch friendly, they're deep fried, but still wanted to show them here on the vlog what others were enjoying.
My boyfriend also went for the tomato soup and some naan. And then I got gobi, which is cauliflower. They made me rice without oil, chana masala, which is chickpeas, my favorite, and then eggplant, banyan barta. And it was so funny. They actually brought me salt because I asked them to make it without salt too. And they're like, I don't know about that. So they brought me salt because they're like, I don't know if she'll like it without salt, but I didn't end up using it. It was just so cute. We really enjoyed our time together.
Hello, hi, good morning. Indian food last night, and I feel great this morning. I kind of smell like Indian food today, but what is so fabulous is after going out to a restaurant, waking up the next morning and feeling fab and not feeling bloated and tired and gross digestion and all of that. And this is something I talk about with my clients is start with the end in mind. Think about how do I want to feel the next day? How do I want to feel digestion wise and emotionally and spiritually? Do I want to feel good the next morning? And that's always what I think of when I am going to a restaurant or just when I'm eating in general. How do I want to feel? How do I want this meal to make me feel? And I'm so happy that I, as always, stick true to my SOS principles because they make me feel my best. So that's the sitch. Now I have a very special unboxing. Let's do it. Okay, this was so not necessary, but so kind. My client and one of my coaches in the Slim on Starch program sent me birthday gifts, which was so not needed, but so thoughtful. The box on top here, I have no idea what this could be. This is from my client, Lucy, and she said, I know you're a minimalist, but I'm gonna give you something that I know you will use every day. Yes, this will be used every day. Oh, this was so thoughtful. Organic Ceylon cinnamon. So there are two types of cinnamon. There's cassia cinnamon and then there's Ceylon cinnamon. And you may have heard that too much cassia cinnamon can actually be toxic. And this is the good stuff. Ooh, sister, that's legit. Thank you, Lucy. This absolutely will be used today. Bear, you know you can't be up here. You either. Lucy has been a client of mine either since 2019 or 2020, but I feel like it may have been 2019. Either way, it's been like 5 or 6 years that she's been a client of mine, which is just, you guys are my peeps. And then mindset and nutrition coach Whitney from the Slim on Starch program was so kind and sent me something. She said she wanted to support my hair journey because one of my goals for this year is to learn how to slay my hair. The card. Are you kidding? I love this card. All of the products that Whitney got me are vegan and cruelty-free. Oh my gosh. A guide with tips. So we have a styling treatment oil, which Whitney gave me the tips on how to use this. Ooh, how do we say that, guys? I'm not even gonna try. Ooh, that smells nice. It reminds me of California for some reason. Finishing spray. This is so kind. A volume mousse. I need this. And then a styling brush, a round brush. This is what I needed. Oh my gosh. Whitney, I'm gonna just send her a text. Thank you so much. I feel so loved. I also am just feeling so loved because my assistant put together all the coaches in the Slim on Starch program. They made a birthday video for me. So my assistant starts off and they all said happy birthday, and that was so unexpected and I could cry. I just have the most beautiful team here of strong, driven, supportive, committed coaches in the SOS program. I feel so blessed. They are, and my clients know because my clients work with them. You're probably seeing some of your coaches here if you're a client of mine. Just the best humans. And my assistant, I would die without Macy. I love you, Macy. My coaches know she is a keystone here. She is a linchpin. We need her in order for everything to operate properly. Envy apples are the best apples, and nobody can tell me otherwise. Okay, Envy and Pink Lady. Pink Lady are like, they got a soft spot in my heart, but I love Envy. In a recent vlog, I had friends over for brunch and we did bagels, and I got this cream cheese, which is oil-free and vegan, and it's just made really from almonds and some thickeners. And it was so good. The non-vegans loved it. Actually, everyone preferred this over the regular cream cheese, so it was terrific. I would definitely recommend this if you are hosting and you want to do a brunch with bagels and fruit. Definitely get the Kite Hill cream cheese. They also have a strawberry and a chive, but it is oil-free, and we loved it. If you are in the Slim on Starch program and the Masters program, this is definitely something that you could use as a weight maintenance food with crackers or on a bagel or on toast. You could even get crazy and put it on potatoes. I mean, let the world be your oyster, but this is just a fantastic product that I want to support. And even if you are not, in the Slim on Starch program, in the Masters program, if you are currently eating cheese and crackers and that's your go-to, use this instead. This is a great replacement. And of course, what we would ideally have you doing is eating whole foods and not foods that are processed, but this is a fantastic next step. And I do want to talk about this product just because I want to support them, and I don't want this product to be discontinued because I think it's a fantastic alternative for cream cheese. So if you are currently using cream cheese, please get this instead. You'll love it. The non-vegans loved it that I served it to. Or if you are in the weight maintenance program of the Slim on Starch program, certainly try this out. I also referenced this product in a former video when I was doing the recipe testing for the Healthy Snacks cookbook. This is a really great product if you have a Whole Foods near you. This is no oil, no salt popcorn. And I know that not everyone has a Whole Foods near them, and you can certainly make your own popcorn. You can buy a popcorn maker on Amazon, very cheap, and make it in the microwave with just popcorn kernels. But if you have a Whole Foods near you and you want to make the kettle corn from my Healthy Snacks cookbook, this could not be easier. What I will say is that it burns very easily. So definitely make sure that you are watching it. It can, the inside, the inner popcorns can get really hot and burn. So I would not cook it for, I think it's 3 minutes, but I wouldn't put it in for the full 3 minutes because it does burn quite easily. But this is just another fantastic product that I want to support.
This is one of my primary foods, with my favorite guy snuggling, watching YouTube, working. It's all I need. This is what fulfills me. You can turn to food to fill you up, or you can turn to this guy in YouTube and creative outlets. If you watched through the entire video, I adore you, and I'm so thrilled that you're here along for the ride with me. So if you made it to this point of the video, comment along for the ride so that we can go and continue to travel along this journey together. I'm so happy that you're here. It warms my heart, and thank you for being here. So I look forward to hearting your comment and seeing you in the next video. Woo!